Happy Friday everyone. I hope that you've had a great week and you're adjusting to your new normal. Again, as I said, we're going to be doing some Pilates today, so just doing some stuff again that you can be on your mat and don't have to spread out too far if you don't have too much space at home. We're going to take a bit of a break over the weekends now, so we're going to keep some great content coming to you from Monday to Friday. It's still going to be a daily uplift through the week, but we're going to give you a bit of a break at the weekend. From Monday, we're going to be seeing a new face, so Alex, our clinical director, is going to be giving you some top tips for rolling before you go running, and some other things that he's going to be incorporating, so you're going to be seeing a lot more of his face as well as my face. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Please do replay the sessions from the last 9 days for your weekend if you want to keep moving. And again, if you have any suggestions or requests, then please do keep them coming. We are listening and we're working between us to get those filmed for you. Have a great weekend. Take care. Right, so let's get started, and we're going to start by doing our rollbacks. Now the other day we did these modified with our legs in an A-frame position, but today we're just going to take our legs out straight, making sure that you have enough room on your mat to roll all the way back. If you don't, take your feet slightly off the end of your mat, and then we're just going to get comfortable here. So I really want you to sit tall onto your sit bones. So we're going to start here and think about those Pilates principles. So let's really stay centered, drawing our belly button back towards our spine, dropping our ribs so that our lowest rib is connected, if you like, to our hip, and we're just going to take our shoulders nice and back, so opening the shoulders out and taking them home down to your back. All right, lifted through the neck. And we're going to start by inhaling to take our arms up out in front of us in a blade position. As we exhale, we're going to, as if someone's poking you in the lower stomach or lower abdomen, you're just going to roll back. So coming into what's called a C-spine. Okay, so some of you might see this more into your lower back if you have more flexibility there, but you're drawing down through lower abdomen, okay, and you're trying to peel every single part of the spine all the way down towards the ground, touching everything, shoulders, neck and head, last things to come down. And in essence, you're going to take your arms, if you can, all the way over your head. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, arms come down, chin comes towards your chest, and you're engaging through your belly, so you're drawing belly button towards your spine the entire time, and you're using your abdominals to bring you all the way back up. We pause, we inhale, and as we exhale, we're just going to round over towards this in a little bit of a spine stretch, drawing our belly button in towards our spine. Inhaling to come back up, and we start again. So we exhale to roll all the way down, again keeping belly button pulled all the way in towards our spine, taking our arms over our head if we can. Inhaling as we exhale, chin comes to chest. We use our body to come all the way back up, okay, and then we inhale, and as we exhale we round over, inhaling to come up. So we're rounding as if we're rounding over a beach ball. All right, so if you really struggle with this, then if you've got a piece of band or a long towel or a stretchy top that you don't mind stretching a little bit more, pop it underneath the soles of your feet, okay, and then use that to help you down. So use that to help you as you're coming down, all right, and it's just going to help you come into that good position, really making sure that we're separating every single vertebrae, all right, so you're holding onto that band or towel or whatever, and using that to help you, all right, use your arm strength to help you, and finishing in that really, really lovely lifted, tall position. All right, so shoulders are back and down. So we're going to do 4 more of these. You're welcome to do more of these if you want to. So we're going to inhale, use your breath, exhale to work. All right, so we inhale to prepare, we exhale to work. We're coming all the way down. You don't have to talk either while you're doing it. So exhaling to come all the way up. All right, inhale, exhale over. Inhale, remember we're breathing laterally into those ribs. Use your breath. Exhale to come all the way down. Use that flow as you're coming down. Controlling it nice and slowly. Inhaling to come up, chin comes to chest. Exhaling to come all the way over. Inhale up. Exhale back down. rolling. We've got 2 more after this. Chin comes into chest, we exhale back up. And we're trying to make it as flowing as we can. So try and flow it even more than I'm flowing it. All right, exhale. Keep that belly button drawn in towards spine. Inhale. Chin comes to chest as we exhale. We come up, we inhale, and we exhale to come over. All right, that's it. Last one here. Exhaling to come down. Inhaling down, chin comes to chest as we exhale. We come all the way up. All right, if you start to fatigue, don't worry about it, but try and reset yourself. All right, we've finished nice and tall. Now, if you really struggle with that, then legs can come into an A-frame position. Takes a little bit of pressure off the hips. Okay, so we're going to come down towards the mat. We did this the other day, so we're going to go into our 100. So I'd like you to start nice and tall. We're going to inhale as we exhale. We're going to come all the way down. So we're peeling ourselves all the way down. And we're going to bring ourselves into a good lying position, into our lying neutral position, staying nice and centered. So let's bring our feet together, okay? Taking our legs into A-frame. Taking our toes out, our heels out, so our feet are hip width distance. So facing our toes towards the end of the mat. Keeping our knees at the hip width distance as well, okay? Now, pop your hands onto the veiny bits at the front of your hips, okay? And you're just going to lightly arch into the spine and then overpress the back into the ground. So be really careful here. If you do get any discomfort, then please don't go to the extreme. So we're going round, over and down, keeping belly button drawn back towards the spine. All right, so over and down. And then I want you just to find that happy medium. Drawing belly button back down towards the spine, whatever that neutral is for you. If you are slightly weaker in the abdominals and you feel a little bit less safe doing stuff with your back in a neutral position, just lightly press a little bit more into the ground, okay? So I'm going to take our shoulders down our back, making sure that lowest rib is connected to the hip, all right? And then keeping our neck nice and long at the back. Now again, we've talked about this. If, like me, you're a little bit tight down the back, okay, down the back of your body, down your posterior chain, then you can pop your head on a block or a cushion, which helps you to keep that connection in the ribs, all right? So, less important for this one, all right, but we're gonna inhale. As we exhale, we're gonna take our hands down to our thighs. You're going to bring your head and your shoulders off the ground as much as you can, making sure we're keeping that connection in the ribs and in the belly. All right, we're going to inhale, taking our legs into tabletop. So inhale one leg, exhale the other leg, and here we are. So we're in this position. This is our 100 position, and we're just going to start to inhale for 5, exhale for 5 until we reach 100. So we inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, until you reach 100, okay? If you want to, and this is too much for the neck, all right, I hope you're counting your 100, then you can take your head back down towards the floor on your cushion or your block if you need it, and carry on. You're still going to be working to those lower abdomen, or abdominals, and keeping your lower back nice and in that centered position, okay? If you want to, you can take you can make this a progression, and you can take those legs straight, and the lower that you have them, the more you're working hard, but you might find that if you have them really low, you're starting to arch into the back, and we don't want that. So we're going to finish off here, inhaling, exhaling until you reach your 100, and then when we're finished, we're just going to roll down, taking our knees into our armpits or our chest, and you're just going to lightly rock from side to side just to loosen off into the back. Okay, this is just going to give our lower back a little bit of a release and just take some of the pressure off there. Alright, so we're going to go into our single leg circles now. So I'd like you to take yourself so that your legs are straight, okay? Again, we're going to make sure that we're tucked under that pelvis. Draw that belly button in, try and keep that position on the ribs. Again, as I said, I'm quite tight in my posterior chain, so I'm going to take my cushion underneath my head so I can keep long at the back with my neck and I can tuck my chin. Keeping my ribs nice and flat, okay? I'm going to have my little fingers on the floor only. See if you can do this. If it's too much, you can have your fingertips, but try and keep your arms off the ground if you can. Let's try and work through our abdominal muscles, through our obliques, trying to keep us here. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale, take one leg towards you, all right? As you exhale, you're going to straighten it. Now, if you really aren't particularly flexible and you can't get the leg straight up towards the sky, that's fine. And if you need to bend at the knee, that's okay as well. So we're going to inhale as we go round to the outside. As we exhale, we're going to come back in, okay? So for half the circle, we're inhaling. For half the circle, we're exhaling. And we're keeping really still here, keeping pelvis tucked under lightly. So we're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Little circles to begin with. You'll see if I do big circles, my hips start to tilt and it's a lot less easy to keep precise and controlled here. Remember, you can keep a bend, it's absolutely fine. So you can inhale, exhale. And when you've done 5 going one way, we're going to do the same the other way. So we're going to inhale to centre, exhale round. Inhale to centre, exhale round. Keeping belly button pulled in, keeping that connection in the ribs. Nice and long at the back with that neck, okay? Until we've done 5 here. Okay, and you'll just notice your body starts to really fatigue, okay? Your abdominals, maybe into your hips. It's not a problem as long as we're staying in that lovely centered position. When we're done, we're gonna just bend that knee back in and then we're gonna swap them over. So take one leg down, you're gonna inhale, bring the other leg in. As we exhale, we're going to extend, all right? You might be quite tight into the hamstrings, I appear to be today, okay? So if you are, knees can be bent, and we're going to inhale, all right? Take it out, exhale, bring it round. Inhale, exhale. Really try and keep these hips nice and still. Remember, you can bend if you need to. You can inhale, exhale. Remember, when we've reached 5, we swap, we go the other way. So we inhale, centre, exhale round. And this can also be done with the arms up ahead of you. So if you feel that you're really struggling, if you feel that you're doing well even, and you feel, yeah, pretty strong, just see if it's your abdominals you're using, all right? If it's your core muscles, all right? Or if you've been relying on your arms, okay? So we're gonna do those circles. You're going 5 one way, 5 the other, swap legs, okay? So we take that leg back in and we let it go back down. And then we do exactly the same on the other side. And I want you to do that maybe 3 sets, okay, on each side. Then we're gonna move on. So we're gonna move on to our single leg stretch. So bring your legs into an A-frame, tilting that pelvis under, keeping your ribs dropped down towards those hips. So lowest ribs are connected to that hip, all right? And you're just going to safely bring your legs into a tabletop. So you're going to inhale one leg into tabletop, exhale the other leg into tabletop. We're still nice and centered, belly button's drawn down, okay? And we're going to take our hands onto the outsides of the knees. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to bring yourself up, okay, off the ground with your shoulders and your neck and your head. If this is too much at any point, then we can lower them back down, okay? The one thing we don't want to do is hold on to the head. So we're in this position, all right? Feet and knees are equidistant apart from each other, okay? We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to extend. Inhale to come back in, exhale to extend. Inhale, exhale. You can come higher if you want to, all right, with the body, but if you're happy here, then just keep going. So we can inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, keeping that going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and last one, and then we're coming back down. So bring your knees into your chest and your armpits and rock from side to side. Again, you can repeat, you can pause me and repeat this if you want to. So just loosening off there. Again, taking your hands onto the ends of your knees and drawing circles with your knees just to loosen off right into the lowest part of the back. All right, breathing in, breathing out and going the other way. Good, all right. And then we're going to bring ourselves back to a seated position. So if you can, either taking your legs nice and long or in A-frame. Remember, we're going to do our lovely roll up. So inhale, as we exhale, chin comes into chest. And if you can, try not to throw yourself up like I just did. All right, rolling all the way up and just relax off there. So we're going to do a spine stretch here, forward spine stretch. So just move your cushion out of the way. Make sure that you've got enough room out in front of you with the mat, okay? We don't need to go back anymore. So we're going to sit nice and tall. Your legs are going to be out in front of you, apart. And you're just going to have your hands on your thighs, not crossing, because we don't want to close out into those shoulders. So I'm going to turn slightly to the side so it's easier for you to see me. So we're here, we're nice and breathing in. Important to note that this isn't a hamstring stretch, this is all for the back. So we're keeping nice and drawn in with that belly button towards our spine. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to round off into the back, keeping nice and still and parallel with that pelvis. We're rounding forward, stretching off there, inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to slide back up. Okay, exhale. Remember to draw that belly button into your spine. Keep the connection in your ribs. Rounding off there, tucking chin into chest. And coming back up to seated. Really important to come back to where you're seated, really into those sit bones and nice and tall. Okay, let's do that twice more. Inhaling. As we exhale, we round off. We inhale to come back up. Let's do one more. Exhale. Rounding up. Inhaling to come back up. And again, you can do this as many times as you like, right? You might want to do this 4 more times, just getting a really lovely stretch into that back. And we're just going to finish off here with a saw. So, taking our legs as wide as we feel comfortable doing, sitting tall onto the sit bones. Now, again, if this isn't comfortable for you to sit nice and tall, you can pop yourself onto a cushion or a block. That's absolutely fine. So you can pop your cushion just underneath your sit bones there, so that your hips are lightly angled forward and it just takes some of the pressure off the hip flexors there. So we're going to sit nice and tall. We're going to inhale to bring our arms halfway so that they're shoulder height, and as we exhale, we're going to turn into the body, keeping belly button drawn in, okay? Taking little fingers towards little toes. Inhaling to come up, and we're going to flow down. Inhale. Still using our principles, so flowing through, using our breath, inhaling up, exhaling down, and look the way that we're going. So inhale, exhale, come nice and tall, flat backed when we come up, and we exhale to come down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And little finger to little toe is a guideline, it's not a necessity, so don't throw yourself into that position. Stay nice and flowing, okay? Just feel your body easing with every position. Okay, we're going to do that one more time on this side. Come back up to centre and relax off there. Bring your legs in. Okay, take your feet together and just hug your knees into your armpits, your chest, to loosen off into those hip flexors. And then if you want to, you can just let your knees go with your feet together into what's a band angle pose in yoga. We're going to sit nice and tall, and as we exhale, we're just going to lightly draw forward and just feel lovely big pull into the inner thigh and into the groin. So again, your back is flat. This is coming with a straight back from the base of your spine. Okay, so you're almost pulling your chest towards kind of the ceiling, all right, or where the crease of the wall and the ceiling is on the opposite wall to you. Breathing in, breathing out. And then we're going to relax off there. Take your legs out in front of you, have a little bit of a wiggle, and we're going to finish off there today. If you did want to finish any of these sessions with a relaxation, there's a really lovely one from Sunday. I believe that was day 4. And If you have any questions or anything, then do let us know, and we'll be back on Monday.